Yeah. So yes, once again, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. I want to say thank you for joining SKTV once again. My name is Sekou Kene, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. With me today is my colleague, Mr. Johnson Mayborn Kula, and others who are making it possible for SKTV on Truth FM 96.1. So if you're on your way home, from the daily hustle, I mean, we wish you a safe drive, safe travel. At home, all we ask of you is to tune into Truth FM 96.1. If you're in your bus, it's easy. If you're in a taxi, it's easy. Anywhere you are, it's just easy. Even in your keke, you can stay tuned into Truth FM 96.1. That's the easiest way to get to SKTV. As you can see, I'm now at my original location today. As I speak to you, we are in the process of moving, but we just have to do everything to have the show going. And we're going to be having a new studio. Everything going to be new moving forward. We are working on a lot of different stuff. But I want to say thank you to Mayborn and everybody else for making it possible. So I want to encourage everybody to go ahead and share the show. So Mayborn, while we do that, we have a lot going on, and we saw a press conference today of Representative Yeke Kolba of District Number 10. It was,
As a has that press conference ended now? Because I think I was watching.
yes, yeah, it has ended. I think SKTV had it live.
Okay, so that's good. Good.
It was on SKTV. In fact, SKTV reporter Saros Slemane was the last person to ask question. So cool. Yeah, SKTV they did great. They did well with that. Yeah. So the conversation here today is who's in and who's out. Especially we are speaking of the list of people. So what happened yesterday, Mayborn, right after the show? What is that?
Sorry.
Yeah. So let's share the show. Let's share the show. So can you guys hear me very loud and clear? So let me know if you can hear me. Then we'll take this time to recognize a few people, and then we will start the show. So let us know if you are watching on YouTube, you are watching on SKTV LRB, you are watching on Instagram, you are watching on wherever you are watching, TikTok, we are everywhere. And also on, in fact, we are on Twitter right now. We're on Twitter as well. Live on Twitter. You can say
Twitter or X.
Yeah. So that's Twitter right there. So you can see it. So yes, indeed. I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. It's a Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
January 11, 2024. And precisely it's 11:35 a.m. my time here. So Mayborn, what's going on with you and how is Liberia? As always.
Yeah, thank you, Sekou, and let me say a pleasant good evening to all of our dear listeners.
By the way, we don't have problem with you drinking the wake up, okay?
No, go ahead and drink. Let me tell you, because any moment or any time from now on, everybody will be, somewhere and they'll be enjoying. So indeed, thank you, Sekou, and let me say a pleasant good evening once more to all of our dear listeners and our viewers also on the SKTV page. Indeed, today is Thursday, like you said already from the beginning. Yes, and today is the 11th of the first month, like I always say on the radio, which of course is January, the first month, and the year remain the same, 2024. Yes, indeed, Sekou, there are a lot of things happening. Seriously, there are a lot of things ongoing with the transition team or the JPTT. We've been hearing some news that up to now they are yet to receive the inaugural or budget or some of the money. And yes, indeed, we are hearing that news. And Also, with the 55th legislature taking over from the 54th, also, these are new work, hard work behind the same. People are lobbying and so on and doing everything possible that the ruling party, let me just say, the ruling party is fighting hard to make sure that the speakership come from the ruling party. So indeed, there are a lot of lobbying ongoing, and which of course also too from the opposition end or the incoming opposition, which of course is the current ruling party, the CDC, also doing everything possible to maintain the speakership. So indeed, there's a two-horse race, and I can safely tell all of our people out there that indeed it's really tight and hard work on, and people are still working behind the same. So hopefully on Monday, the 55th legislature will be coming into power and taking over from the 54th House of Representatives, or which will be on Monday by the grace of God. So there are a lot of things happening with the latest news coming from Honorable Yeke Koruba again. You know, he promised all that today, Thursday, that in fact he's going to tell us exactly how the president-elect. But before that, I think there's a letter sent out. I don't know whether you get the letter coming from Honorable Yeke Koruba.
Yeah, he said he was going to share the letter with everybody. And I've been busy. I actually been busy, like I told you. I'm not even at home right now at my original location, but I don't have it in my possession. If you have it, share it with me. If not, I can still find it. Maybe somebody sent it to me already, but I've been busy,
Yes, I guess that people have, maybe, but before that, before I go or maybe for break, I'm going to send it to you. Yes, indeed. So, Seku and our team, these are some of the happening, and indeed, Liberia right now is. I can simply tell you that Liberians are doing everything possible to welcome the transition of the new incoming government, and they are working hard. There are a lot of cleaning up exercises that are still ongoing, and there are a lot of things also being the same that are also working out. So apart from that, the asset declaration also the outgoing government declaring the outgoing assets and so forth. We've been hearing some of the news coming out that some government officials declare their assets and other government officials refuse to declare their assets.
you
So
mean incoming
indeed,
government officials?
no, I think the outgoing government
Okay.
official, yes, according to the information, the outgoing government official, and also we also understand that the current popular world minister in news also she said that in fact she don't want to work, or in fact she may not continue working, or maybe she may not work in the incoming government of the former vice president Honorable Joseph Imam Wakai. So Seku and the other thing maybe in passing we still let our people know.
All right. Thank you so much, Mabel, as always, for keeping us up to speed. So there were a lot of revelations today on Yeke Kolva's interview, or a press conference, if you will, and he promised that he was going to tell the Liberian people how the okay. Brazilian monk say the link. I wanted to send it to him, but because he's still we're going to catch up with him on the weekend, and I know he's been going through some stuff family wise, so I decided not to bother bother him with it. But since Monk himself is requesting the link, that's the good news. I'm happy that you are available to come on, brother. Let me do this right here. Yep, there you have it, Brazilian Monk, and everybody on SKTV in the chat room. You all have it. It looks like somebody is requesting data to come on. A lot of let me tell you, my people, all of you that are watching here, most of my people ain't requesting data right now. So y'all gotta send us some money on Cash App. Let me send some data to my people. It's not easy. Yeah. So yeah, those of you who are in our chat room requesting data, give me a few minutes. I'll try to show you some stuff. Yeah. So yeah, some of the guys actually want to come home, but it's not easy. So yeah, maybe I want us to play SKTV song for like 2 minutes so we can be able to share the show. It looks like our people are not sharing the show. We have to take some time and to share the show. And I don't like to be distracted or be, taking my eyes from the camera to share the show. So I think we should just play this song for like a minute or so and share the show. So in the meantime, while we're sharing the show, folks, anybody you got $20, $25, $30, $10, $15 to send to us, we appreciate it. If we can share with our guys. People are in the Liberia. Now you know exactly what happened when I went to Africa to do show. Every time to come on the show, the data you use is too much. So it's not easy. So we want to see all of you here. We always want to, bring you the facts. And our guys back in Liberia, they are making everything possible, to make sure that we got the right information, unfiltered information, undiluted, because sometimes people get the same information we have, but they can be coerced, to, not to present, the facts. So we don't do that. We give it to you raw. We present the raw material. We don't process it. We don't process it or take something from there or add something there.
No.
Well, we present it as we receive it. So to do that, we have people that are taking risk. We have people that are working day in, day out, making sure that, we provide you those information. So those of you who constantly, support SKTV by sending us Cash App or Zelle, we really appreciate it. Mostly those money, we don't use it here. Our guys need it more than us, especially for data, for them to be able to, even to write story, browsing every day on the internet, putting news there. In Liberia, to even upload video.
Very expensive.
It takes forever. It will be loading. You got to get good internet. And that good internet means that the data are going to be running in a split second. Some guys, they go to some area to have interview. There's no internet. Now, when they do the recording to upload it, it takes forever. It will be, I just don't give you into Liberia. It will be loading over and over and over and over. So it's a huge challenge. So we have to do this together, folks. So you guys try to, support SKTV with whatever you can have. $20, $10, $15, $50, $100, whatever you get, so we can help other guys. So Melbourne, before we get into the actual show, let's play the song.
Yes.
Use that time to share the show.
Yes, indeed. And Spencer is asking you. I don't know what you see in that message.
What Spencer saying? I'm not saying it.
Okay, Spencer Geneva, right? McLean is asking you for paper or what? Paper information.
I don't have paper. We don't have paper account.
Yeah.
We can get it.
No.
We have paper account. We have not added that to our system. We can do that, but it may not be right now while we're on the show. I don't want to be like distracted 100% to setting up a paper account, because those are little requirements. We do have paper. We use paper to pay some people. When talking about like some software, we use paper to pay for some of our things, through SKTV. We don't have paper where we receive money. We have paper where they take our money, but we do not have paper right now where we receive money. It's easy to set up, but after the show today, we will do that so we can add that to our resources of receiving our method of using receiving money. So yes, maybe let's do that, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes or so.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise of them. The work of my life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you. I can't SKTV menu. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money. And more I know. And you love what is
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa.
Yeah, so we try. I think a couple of people needed some data, so I did send to a few people. So yes, to our guys, if you are watching, check your stuff. Those of you who are asking for data. So yes, indeed. I think while we were doing that, somebody. Hello. We haven't started taking call yet. Okay. Yeah. So Melbourne, while we were doing that, I think somebody sent. Yeah, somebody sent us $30. Actually, two people sent us money.
Okay.
Yeah, one person sent us $30, another person sent us $40. Thank you so much. You know, we really appreciate it. If you don't mind, I can call your name, man. Let me check if they say don't call my name. Other than that,
Yeah, sometimes when people say, "How my ID?"
no, they always the lot of people always say I don't call, shouldn't call your name.
Yeah.
I'm tempted, you know, because people.
No, but that's the best thing to do.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
it's good to appreciate people whenever they do little thing for you because
So there are two people, $40 and $30, and then let me see for help with data. No name. The person said for help with data, and no name. Let me see the other person again. You know, for no last name, but that person name is Felicia. Felicia, thank you so much. The other person is just a no name. Felicia, no last name. We got plenty of Felicias here. So Felicia, thank you so much.
Let me Felicia.
Yeah. So yes, maybe you know. So yesterday we told the Liberian people that we're going to be digging deeper. So we were privileged to speak to another person, very close to us. No, the person is not on the list, but very close to authority, very close to power. And that person actually should be aware of a lot of things. Not everything, but a lot of things. And the person even connected me with another hierarchy of the group. incoming government. So they told me, Sekou, the list, in fact, they had a different list. And the person told me, well, have you received the list from this person? I said, no. I said, we'll be glad to get it because Liberian people want to know what's going on. Who's going to be their leaders? Who's going to be the officials of the Liberian government, of the new government? So the person said, Sekou, you know, there are a lot of people that are trying to create attention on themselves. And the person outrightly went and said that, you know what, Sekou, that list is not real. The person said the list that we read yesterday was not real. And the person said it could be people wanting to have their name in conversation. Some people are, a lot of Mabel is a little bit busy and distracted. Let me take Mabel off for a second. Mabel, give me a thumbs up when you are okay. You know, take care of whatever, you know, you're dealing with there. Take care of it. No worries. When you're ready, just give me a thumbs up and we'll bring you back on. So this person said, Mabel, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Good.
You know,
I'm good. The reason is that I don't want you to be, you know, distracted or something, so I just remain quiet, you know, and someone was there like,
yeah. I saw somebody was talking to me. That's why I said I didn't want to.
Yes.
You know,
but I'm listening to you because I have a couple of questions. I have so many questions I'll be asking you. So I just listen to you carefully.
Okay. So they said it seems like somebody or some people are making up their own list, thereby injecting some potential names. People they know that there will potentially be somewhere to mix that with their name to make it look like the list is legit and authentic. So I said, well, give me some names that you think
they're not supposed to be there.
They're not supposed to be there. You were part of the conversation.
but another way you're going to ask.
Yeah. So just give me some name, a few names, and then the person laughs. They say, cool, I don't want to be a spoiler. Let the people enjoy themselves. It's you know, let the people enjoy themselves. Say it's okay. Some of the people too, they want their name to be in the conversation so that the president-elect can think about them, can look their way too. And maybe there are people who support them, people who actually want them to be
who
there.
Believe in them.
Will go out there to campaign for them, to be, oh, no, this person is qualified, this person is best suited for this position, this person is the best person for this position. So I say, okay, since you are very close to authority, tell me something. Why is it I'm not seeing your name on there? And no, you should be on there. And the person laughed. The person said, Sekou, right now, our focus was to make sure Joseph Boakai is elected president. And we believe Joseph Boakai can change Liberia. And the person said, for him and her and other people, that their focus is to make sure to accommodate other people who are now original Unity Party, especially the people from the alliance.
On the alliance, yes.
So they want to make sure that those people, first, some of them will let go their ambition. And this person is very, very smart, intelligent person, key player. I'm not going to call the name. I'm not going to give any description that will lead to the person, but the person is very smart and intelligent. So the person went on to say, we already got a work job to do to making sure that Joseph Boakai deliver. And whoever can make him to deliver, whether it can be one of us or somebody else from outside, we're going to make sure that he get the right people. And we want to make sure to eliminate a lot of noise, especially when it comes to people then that help us that are not from the Unity Party, especially the people from the Alliance. So I asked, I said, but the list that we receive, it does not include a lot of people from the Alliance. And the person said, that list is fake. So, me trusting that person, given what I know, like we said yesterday, that we could not confirm the authenticity of the list.
Yeah.
We said it was given to us. We're going to dig deeper. We're going to make sure that we talk about it. But it wasn't going to hurt talking about it. It wasn't going to hurt talking about it because some of those people too who name were there are people that they will potentially come on. The name will be on the real list. That is 100% surety. But their names, in fact, the person asked me a question. Seku, why you guys, what you think? You, Seku, you know me, you know a lot of people from Unity Party, you know the Liberian government, you know a lot of politicians. And the person asked me, why will Larman Newton be Minister of Youth and Sport based on what? What are the criteria? Is it because of experience? Is it because of party affiliation? Do you know his party? Because so you know what, we are pushing to the
man. That go for the news bulletin will come back. Actually, they can stories just so interesting because I know they are listening and they already have some of, like you just said.
I said some of the people watching. I know some of them. Some of them watching, and we were talking about the conversation and
so you can continue. Maybe you can continue recognizing our people until after the news bulletin that will join you.
Yeah, so not only recognizing our people, we stay asking those who can afford to continue to help us with some stuff. So for me, as you can see, I'm a record your man like I say, I'm not in my original spot today, so we're actually moving and we have a lot going on. So let me see here. Another person sent $25. Let me see if that person say don't call name again. The person didn't say that. So if you don't say don't call name, I'll let you call name. I want just to recognize you to say thank you. The name is Joko. Joko, thank you so much. Joko sent $25 to SKTV. We really appreciate it. So let me message some of these guys. Just say I needed something. I've been sending the I've been sending data now, but what's going on? Yeah, some of the guys didn't give up. They're not on it online anymore, but hopefully you got the message. Sure. So what's happening is that we're gonna go back on the radio and then we'll recap some of the area that we're gonna talk about here. There are names that were confirmed to us those names will potentially be there. They will serve in the incoming government. So, day before yesterday, we were informed that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's son, Fumba Sirleaf, who served under Ellen as at some point as NSA boss in Liberia. NSA is almost like the CIA in the United States, because Liberia we also have NBI as opposed to FBI. FBI definition, the acronym FBI is Federal Bureau of Investigation. Federal Bureau for Investigation or Federal Bureau of Investigation. NBI is National Bureau of Investigation. That's for Liberia. The last time I checked, or the last time I was in the system, there was a joint security team comprising NSA, NBI, and DIS. NSA, National Security, no, NSA, that was National Security Agency. And NBI was National Bureau of Investigation. And DIS was Defense Intelligence Service. Yeah, so I was somewhere around there, working with some of them. And I know a lot of people that are security officers, older security officers, intelligence, experienced security officers, that actually are important when it comes to national security. So Fumba Sirleaf is a son of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So Fumba Sirleaf came into the discussion that people were asking that Fumba Sirleaf, people recommending that Fumba Sirleaf to come as Minister of Defense under Joseph Boakai government. We were told that when that name came up, the Ambassador Joseph Boakai was not excited about that. That he was furious about somebody even bringing a son of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf up to serve in his government at that level. Under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, two of her sons, maybe three of them, or maybe four, served in key positions in government. The other guy was at the Central Bank of Liberia. Remember, one of our sons that got disgraced by George Weah government, and Fumba Sirleaf served as director of NSA. What the hell? Hold on a second. All right. Can you imagine? I'm sorry. So Steve,
what's going on, Mr. Gunner?
As you can see, I'm in a different place right now.
Yeah, I really understand the call.
You already understand what's going on, right? So,
Yeah,
I was actually here to put some things together, and I got caught in the middle, so I can't go back. So I can just stay here and do the show.
Yeah, you kind of feel
Yeah, we gotta see you. I gotta see you later on today.
Yeah, I see you trying to say things. You make it. You make it.
Yeah, somebody said we should talk about Yeke. Yeah, we want to talk about Yeke. Roof. The thing about that, there are certain things we want to talk about it. The Liberian people too on the radio, they want to be there. They want to be listening. That's why sometimes we can be, a little bit, skeptical, or maybe like we can be holding back on some information until we have everybody, listening, because we don't want to be going back over, back and forth. So, Steve, anyway, Joseph Boakai, we were informed that Joseph Boakai was furious, was very angry or not happy for the suggestion to consider Fumba Salif to be the Minister of Defense of the Republic of Liberia under Joseph Boakai. That will be bringing Fumba Salif and Ellen, that will be bringing Ellen back to power. Also, Steve, we were informed that Prince Johnson, along with Jeremiah Kun, they've been reaching out to some people. Some of the people, they say I should not call their name, but they will know that I'm telling the truth. So Prince Johnson will know exactly what I'm talking about. The person that actually made the call was Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson talking to somebody that he want that person. That person is in America here. That person served in some capacity back in Liberia before on national security. And this person now, Prince Johnson is reaching out to this person to go back, that they would make the person director of NSA. I hope you're paying attention. National Security Agency. So Prince Johnson placed the call to this person, and then assure the person. You want me to stop?
Yeah, I think we should keep that information. Maybe we'll get on the radio. Then we can get into the conversation.
Okay. because I can tell you want me to stop saying something, so I could tell. Okay, anyway. So did you listen to Yeke call back today? Because I know people are going to be mad at you when you tell me to stop giving the information. But did you listen to Representative Yeke call back today?
No, I started listening to him briefly, but then I had to run into a meeting.
Somebody said, Margaret said, stop calling me just in your machine. We are addicted to telling the fact, regardless. Oh, somebody said they know the person. Oh, I mean, you don't even know all the people there. But maybe know some of the people there. But yeah, this person was asked. And anyway, Steve said we'll come on the radio, they will talk about it. Steve, they say, what's your problem? Why you have to stop me from talking?
Yeah.
You always he does that all the time. His message will stop it. Brazilian Monk is on, man. Monk.
What's up, guys?
Oh, man, welcome back, man. I hope everything is well with you, in the Sunday water, man.
Man, we're hanging in there. We believe in God for
man.
breakthrough. That's life. Life is tough. You don't expect it to get any better. You just gotta pray that you get tougher, Yeah. So every day, I keep saying it on this show, every day you wake up, you see the daylight, you gotta thank God for life. You gotta appreciate it, the little things. And you just hope for the best. That's where it is. And
okay, thank you, and good to hear that. So yeah, Steve.
Yeah, yes. Mr. Kane,
listen to Yeke Kolba. What's going on with that?
Can you
a lot of revelations again today?
Can you brief us on what's going on? What Yeke saying?
Yeke said the people then that were bringing the drug in the country, they change their name to different company now. So they are the one that sent Joseph Burger song to they play he win. So
Yeah, I think Yeke came to keep the word to the came to keep his promise to the word, and the Liberian
and
people
he
have
said a lot
listened.
of other things too. It was like on SKTV.
Yeah, I listened.
As a matter of fact, kudos to Saros and the team. They were there. Saros was the last person to ask question. And Yeke is saying that he sent a letter and the letter was rejected.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Waka don't want to see any
Yeah.
communication from him. He said, moving forward, until Joseph Burger can come and rectify or set the record straight on that information, he doesn't want to be under the same roof with Joseph Burger for the next 6 years.
Yeah, that's a declaration of war right there. So Yeke is not up for games, you know.
So I mean, what say you guys, man? I mean, that's
I follow the press conference or the little chat with the reporters. And Yeke is just trying to put Joseph Burger feet to the fire. Unfortunately, in our country, people will like to say everybody love to shoot their own criminal. Yeke Koluba is just trying to put Joseph Burger on the spot. You say you are Mr. Transparency, then be transparent. But unfortunately, he have consolidated power, so the people who voted for him like, screw you guys. Look, nothing is going to change in Liberia. Joseph Burger, I keep saying it all the time, he's a consummate politician. He will play by the script. Unfortunately, people just giving that name and that title because it's a very easy thing. If Steve has built himself the name of a brand of credibility and Mr. Clean Hands, and another guy is telling Steve, I know you got his name. I just want to prove to me that you are Mr. Credibility. And unfortunately, you don't want to get any communication from Steve. You don't want to listen to him. So what do you expect? So everything is a farce. Everything is a lie. Nothing good is going to come from this administration. I told you, Joseph Burger will be a little better than Joshua. But being a little better than Joshua doesn't mean like bro is going to benefit. It means that you are better. You are just better than a guy that was worse. That's it. And that's what you're seeing happening now. There are moves that have been made. There are companies, there are pay for play happening behind the scene. People, brown envelope changing hands. And that's why Yeke can see it. Yeke got his own intelligence and he knows exactly what he's saying. He's not going to come to the public to make this kind of an allegation or ask some kind of a substantial proof. And that's what he's doing. And unfortunately, the Mr. Clean Hands, he's already pointing already that he will not be a clean hands. He already in power. He was voted for on the perception that he got credibility. And now when it's come time to show the same level of credit, you see, we saw this thing happening. We saw it within the CPP. Everybody knew exactly what happened within the CPP. So this is nothing new for some of us who already know what's going on behind the scene and who can predict. So it's the same old stuff, you know, Segu, nothing new. And people will just have to live with it for the next 6 years. But Yeke has literally declared war, that we will never sit under the same roof. Because technically what he's saying, I no longer respect this president-elect. He's not who he say he is. And he's proven to us that he's not even close to the name and the brand that he carried, that he's Mr. Credible and he Mr. Clean Hands. No, it's not. That's not the case with Honorable Joseph Burger. And so Yeke is saying from today on, moving forward until 6 years, except you come to the parliament to address the country, then we'll be under the same roof. But moving forward, you myself can never sit under the same roof. And matter of fact, I'm going to vote for the opposition when it comes to the speaker's seat. I'm not even going with your candidate. So it's an open declaration of war from the Honorable Yeke Koluba to Joseph Burger and his team.
Well, my take since we're back. Melbourne, how are you? I'd like to greet the Liberian people as always.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. We're great. We're great. It's just that we try to be in our Yeke-phobia because we didn't know you want to be in Yeke-phobia. But we're good.
So I want to greet the Liberian women as always. They're the most beautiful women on earth. Mr. Kane, first of all, the first thing is I want to check a box on Yeke today. Yeke kept his word to the Liberian people that he would come back on Thursday to let them know should Joseph Human Burger and the Unity Party not respond or let Liberian people know who gave him the money to make the donation. So that's a check, a authenticates and validates Yeke's credibility to some extent. On a bigger note, some of the revelations that were said by Yeke, they're very concerning. But there was something we predicted a few weeks ago when Yeke did the very first alarm. We said on SKTV that the legislature will vote to remove Yeke. You'll watch out for that. They will vote to remove Yeke. And if Senator Dawes Dillon,
moving where now? Steve, moving from where to where?
Expel him from the legislature.
We'll expel him from the legislature.
They will, no ball. The thing, the people already started crafting the thing. The people send you a clerical message through Eugene Fagon about the coordination. In fact, Yeke hit the reason why Eugene Fagon was vexed about Yeke. It was not because the press conference Yeke had that time and mentioned him. It was because Yeke mentioned his boss man, his criminal indicted boss man, the criminal confessed boss man in Stanton Will's phone. That was the reason. But I also want to say the same thing that Dawes Dillon did with the CDC. I want to challenge him and any other body in the legislature to decide to expose anything on the Joseph Yuma Boaga government or from the legislature. Those guys will come together, they will conglomerate, and they will expel you from the legislature or the Senate. They will do that. They will do that. Let me tell you something. CDC were not sophisticated bunch of criminals. They were criminals. They were dubious, but they were not sophisticated. The Unity Party group, they are sophisticated, very sophisticated. I'm telling you, they're very sophisticated. In order to deal with them, you got to be really, really, really strategic, pragmatic, and you got to be proactive in your move. So what Yeke revealed today, Mr. Kane, is very concerning. It's very concerning, especially the Center Wilson piece. The thing trend we saw from the campaign trail, where some Unity Party members say, well, nothing, it means nothing. You cannot be knowingly taking money from a confessed, convicted criminal. You can't be doing that. Whether you are a candidate, you are president-elect, or you are soon to be sworn in as president, you can't be doing that. It is absolutely wrong. It's wrong in all shapes and forms. It is wrong. It is wrong. And all well-meaning Liberians, if you were against Nathaniel McGill, if you were against other people who were either sanctioned, allegedly stole, or whatever it is, if you spoke against them, then it is incumbent on you to speak against this. If this allegation is true, then we have a big problem on our hands as a nation. The last part also, Yeke made a comment about Joseph Yuma Boaga calling the legislature. We said it here the other time. Let me tell you something, my people. We understand politics, they're not religion. And we also understand that politics, and not everybody there will be good. But we can't repeat the same mistakes though. We can't do that. When we are entrusted with power, it is okay for us to do what is right. Such as, we saw the same playbook with George Weah. George Weah called the legislature and handpicked Bokos Chamber and said he should be the speaker. That was a mistake. We all spoke against it. We frowned against it. That's a separate branch of government. The executive or the president should have nothing to do with them. No, they should not even be doing that. Forget about that. Oh, that party that they want, that one. Listen, the president now, he becomes the president for the entire country. He's not president for the United Party. He's president for all Liberians. And because they are separate branch of government, the constitution is clear. Everybody has their role to play. The president should not be interfering with one branch of government. That in itself is problematic. When we say these things, you say we hate this person, we agree this person, we not let this person. But we need to stop this if we move this country forward. So, Mr. Kane, I know the other panelists are here. We have a lot to talk about. I will hold on, and maybe we'll hear from other people. But I'm very, with the signals I'm getting, I'm very disappointed. I feel very discouraged, very, very disappointed, to be very honest.
All right, thank you, Steve, and thank you, Saros and Abraham, for joining us. The conversation is getting better. It's getting quite interesting. And before we go to those gentlemen, Steve, you said something that I'm even, shocked that you said it. The conversation that I had day before yesterday, wherein I was informed about Prince Johnson's and the Vice President-elect Jeremiah Kum communication with some people here in America for potential director of NSA position. This statement came out. This person told me, Sekou, watch and see. I said, what? He said, those guys are planning to get rid of Yeke Koluba. He said, it may not happen today, it may not happen in a month or two, but he said, whatever Yeke get away with, the CDC, she's not going to work with those guys. See, these guys, they are sophisticated, they know government, they know exactly what's going on, but they are planning to get rid of Yeke Koluba. He said, watch and see. And the person also called other names. So when I heard you talking, it's like you kind of like wiretapping my phone, listening to some of the conversation. What's going on?
Yes, I wiretap your phone. Sekou, that's on security. Sekou phone is, as we speak now, is in situation again,
I can see it. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, let's go to Abraham. And Abraham wrote, I think Abraham wrote extensively on Yeke Koluba, I guess. And Saros was there in person. So let's hear from the house's mouth. Abraham, what's your take and what's going on? And thank you guys for everything you guys doing in Liberia there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kane. Thanks to Mr. Steve, Moses, long time, and my friend Bonkula. It's good to be on the show this Thursday evening from Liberia, and of course, bravo to the team. Liberia is getting interesting day by day. Every day that break guy on a story, we got shocked today to listen to tough talking.
Somebody make a noise. Yeah, everybody mute yourself if you're not the one talking, please. So that way we can hear the guy. Yeah, go ahead, Abraham. Abraham, you're muted.
Yeah, let me position myself and get back.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. So like I said, day by day, Liberia is getting interesting, right? We woke up today and this entire speakership election is all around the place. People fighting, having meeting with the president-elect, there's some more lawmakers, having meeting with the president-elect, Ambassador Bwaka, to support the speakership bid of Representative Regent Nangbe. And of course, on the other hand, you see the guys from the other block, from Fonatikova and what of you. But on today, I got shocked. I saw our man Yeke Koluba lashing at the block he supported. Vicky what is doing the just ended elections. Ambassador Bwaka telling the Liberian people that Bwaka, the president-elect should be clear to the Liberian people to tell them where he got the 10 million, how he got it, and of course, he quote unquote deal with Stanton Witherspoon, the former CEO of Spoon group of companies, in making sure that when he's then inaugurated, Stanton going to serve as the only importer of rice in this country, and of course, that's a slot he tried to buy in as soon as possible time, though. So until that be confirmed, we hold fast to that, information. But on the overall, we saw Representative Yeke Koluba today your press conference on some of these critical national issues, making Liberian people to understand that it is about time, that Ambassador Bwaka being elected fine. But the way that common man will say the government, I mean, say that here they try paramulating, all these some crocodile things. They have caught the attention. And of course, that conference also brought some serious money bullying to Representative Yeke. On the other hand, people commended him for being that lawmaker who have stood in a gap or speaking for Liberians, on some of these critical national issues. On the other hand, the same unit party people he supported, majority of them are now booing at him that he's a noise maker, he's not to himself, all the kind of languages he's using against him. But as it stands, I mean, it's all around the place and what of you. So in a related one, you get the explosion of the Tango in Totota that Representative Mema Bree Meza says she done in the president and President George Weah, and of course, not showing attention. According to her, when that thing occurred, the president was the first person she sent a video to, and of course with some messages. But from the start of that incident, the president didn't tender on a begin belated before he offered him over 1 week money, which of course the folks from Lower Bond County it said in their mind that is a total disservice.
Anyway,
All right.
I think
It's a total. Yeah. It's a total disservice to them. They say it's a total disservice because the president got huge amount of vote. Mind you, the lawmaker of that district, Representative Mema Breeze Mesa, was supporting the CDC at the time because she supported Vice President Joel Howard Taylor in the name of the CDC, and that part the CDC got huge vote from that part of the country. So that incident alone, the president should have gone there to see the victims, to see how best they can handle the situation. All of a sudden, his office been silent, coming with a statement saying it's a 1 week money is belated. So she expressed a disappointment in the president, and of course, you get called about issue as the talk of the day now all around the place.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Saros, are you there? Yeah, Saros, you're muted. Quickly,
Yes,
what do you have to
I
tell
am.
us? You were there in person. What did you see, and what's going on with Yeke and everything, in Liberia? So it's
Uh,
quite interesting.
yeah, yeah. Let me say good evening to our Liberian people, and let me say good evening to Maybon, Abraham, my boss Steve, and let me agree with Steve as always. Liberian women remains the world's most beautiful women, and Liberian people are the most important people on earth. This is the reason you heard Honorable Yeke today. Digging out and exposing things that the Liberian people need to hear. And everywhere, if you hear in the corridor in this country, a lot of people, especially folks from the Unity Party angle, keep criticizing, the District 10 lawmaker that he lost his senses, he's insane, he doesn't know what he's saying, and all of that. And this is what I say is disservice. And I always say this: Liberians are their own problem until the Liberian people can learn to accept reality, until the Liberian people can start to be honest to themselves. This country is going nowhere. And today, the honorable man said a lot of things. He did make mentions of Tantan going to London because there is this frozen food company in Liberia that need some kind of contract from the government. And SKTV is vindicated because SKTV did make mention of this government are about to take seat, that they were doing business with a lot of leveling people, that which we know the liberalization policy again going to be buried. And I guess these are some of the reasons they did not want to take the 12th proposal that were, put forward by the CPP at the time, because they've been in a lot of shady deals with, different foreign companies. Onwoyaka did make mention of that, and he also said today that he wrote a letter to the office of the president-elect, and that letter was rejected by the office of the president-elect. For that reason, he and the president-elect not going to sit on one roof. They will not be at peace. He was being very personal on that, which I asked a question, and he did say, uh, because I was concerned that we need a new Liberia and the rescue team portrayed to be the absolute change. But how is it that the lawmaker of District 10 and the president-elect will not be speaking? So that validates Honorable Yeke claims on Sunday that the president-elect responded to somebody who called to congratulate him. I'm sorry, my LC gone. Who called to congratulate him? The president-elect responded to the president that now you see they call me. So that validates his claim today. So I mean, there are a lot more going on, but I see folks from the United Party continue to insult the District 10 lawmaker, and these are people who hailed him yesterday. All I see in our Liberian politics and the space of this country and the society is deception. All I see Liberia not going anywhere anytime soon, because the people themselves are their own problem, the very ordinary people. And these very people tomorrow will be the same people crying for Yage to speak out. So, I mean, this is where we are. The country, there are too many things. The president-elect is portraying on the same trend of the outgoing president, George Weah. The president-elect is interested in the Senate pro tem, in a pro tem position in the House, and he's also interested in the speakership position. So what change does that make? What's the balance of government or governance that are we going to see in this prospective United Party government if the president want to control the three branches of government? Because automatically the president going to be the one appointing the justice minister, that we know every appointed positions of the president work at the will and pleasure of the president. So where are the change when the president want to control the three branches of government? So I mean, like, but we hope to see good things. But at this point where we found ourselves, I don't see Liberia going anywhere anytime soon. I just see Liberia. It literally almost like what the people says, who want a new battle, and that's just what I see. Like the folks of United Party continue to insult Yeke on a daily, and the president-elect is interested in the three branches of government controlling that. So there is no balance in governance. There is coming a new government, but we hope to see better. So I mean, that's it. So
All right.
that's
So we will transition from Yeke to the information that was given, because Steve said we should give the information while we on the radio. But before I leave Yeke conversation, I have a different perspective. I'm looking at it from a different standpoint. And I can tell you, the Unity Party people, they can't do a jack to Yeke. All that thing they're doing, oh, they're planning, oh, they're doing this, oh, they're doing that, oh. They will not do nothing. They will not do anything to Yeke. Yeke will serve his 6-year term. Whether Bwaga finish his term or Bwaga resign or Jeremiah can become president, or nothing going to happen to Yeke. Yeke will remain Senate representative until that 6-year finish. I can tell you that. Nothing will happen to Yeke. Yeke will be there. Yeke will be talking. Yeke will be pain in there behind. Serious pain. But I can tell you what's going to happen if they follow Yeke. That government will be unpopular sooner rather than later. And the popular uprising, they will not stand it. You can't mess with Yeke. Yeke is now a typical politician. Yeke is one of the smartest people in that country. He knows exactly what he's doing. And Yeke is like a Donald Trump of America. Yeke speaks the truth as he sees it. And Yeke is very strategic when it comes to understanding what Liberian people want to hear and what they like to see. And that's exactly what he's doing. So anybody try Yeke, you're doing it at your own detriment. I don't want to say that. Going to the information that we're sharing, and this is very scary, that Senator Prince Johnson, the senator of Nimba County, the senior senator, first we're saying something while we're not on the radio, one Liberian people to hear this. In search of government cabinet positions, some people recommended Fumba Salif to be the defense minister under Boakai. We informed that Boakai was very angry about that. He was furious. He said, why should he even mention that to him? That he still harbors some anger against the former president. He said bringing Fumba Salif as defense minister, that would be like bringing Ellen as president of Liberia. One. Two, in the same vein, Senator Prince Johnson placed a call to somebody here in America who have served in national security position before. I'm not going to say the exact position, but when I say it, they will know exactly what I'm talking about. Asking that person to come on board. That he, Prince Johnson, they will make the guy the national security director, NSA director. And this person could not believe it. And Prince Johnson told him, okay, since you're hearing it from me, you don't believe it, the vice president will call you. And Prince Johnson instructed the vice president-elect, Senator Jeremiah Kuhn of Nima County, to call and show this person. And yes, he did. He called. That again validates what we have said, time without number, that this is going to be a different kind of government, and the control of this government is going to come from the likes of Senator Prince Johnson and some other people. In fact, the name or the position for National Security Agency, NSA, to even be discussed from that end, scary. Also, the list that we received yesterday for Councillor Copocrow to be also named, to be even in discussion for the position of Minister of Justice. Also scary. Those information brings a serious cloud over the justice system of Liberia. No matter what happens, if they are in control of NSA, a lot of people get missing. And if they are in control of the justice system, there will be no justice. There will be no war economic crimes court in Liberia. I just wanted to add that. Maybe you guys can react to it.
Well, Mr. Khan, let me react, and then I'll leave you guys. You know, we wrote before the election, after the election, we warned the Liberian people, don't vote anything CDC, don't vote anything Unity Party. Never listen. the truth of this matter is we're just talking about the general public. We're talking about Yeke, but the infights. The infights. No, I'm not trying to make anybody scared, but you'll get ready to receive some disenchantment or disenchanters or people who feel disenchanted. So get ready to receive them. Even in the house, both houses, the division that will be there. If you're not careful, you'll be having by-election back to back. This is very serious. These are very dangerous people. Very, very dangerous people. And these guys are ambitious. They will throw each other on the bus. They will get rid of each other. And something that we overlook and we think that is normal to have a president-elect of a nation still in bed with a convicted, confessed criminal in Stanton Witherspoon, and you think this is normal thing and this is a joke? We got a long way to go, my people. The thing what you're saying, like, bro, we got a long way to go. It will not be easy. And I won't have it for nobody. And I'm scaring nobody. But with what we are aware of, with what we know, because the plan that they get to remove Yeke, the people say, they will implement our plan. Watch and see. They will implement it. Let me tell you something. Those boys will start at nothing. They will implement it. And then Yeke class, it just started. Then Yeke class, it just started. Then Yeke class will be worse than CDC and Yeke Illinois. And here's the thing. The bad part about it is they've opened front with a lot of, even then the MDR will now hold. Let me announce on SKTV to you. The United Party and the MDR will now hold. That alliance will break up. Anyway, Mr. Canada, let me let the other post chime in so we can get a lot of post chime. So tomorrow will be on full.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. Let's go to. I think you guys can just use 1 minute so we can go to the radio and hear from the Liberian people because we're gonna have about 15 minutes there. So I want the Liberian people to react to some of the information that we just provided, whether it's about Yeke, whether it's about Senator Prince Johnson being in touch, recruiting people for national security position, and mandating Jeremiah Kun. And promise the person that if you don't believe me, Jeremiah Kun will call you. And Jeremiah Kun did call. So that is concerning. Everybody want to react to that?
Yes. Thank you again. I like the way B-Brother Steve plays it, right? The Unity Party and the MDR, they will split. Because for one fact, the supporters of the Unity Party, there are some other people who are within the party who sit and allow Senator Prince Johnson and the Vice President-elect to use the presidents or use the Unity Party, in the interest of bringing whosoever they feel like is competent to come and serve this country. That one point. And of course, the by-election aspect my people are talking about, we expect that one chief. That one by anyhow it will come. The first phase, that grand jury, he was Malaysia who passed off. He won election, he died. The by-election already standing. So the president-elect aware that the first by-election is already on hand. The second one is the senatorial election in Nima County, Senator Jeremiah Kun, who is going on as the vice president. So for the by-election, after by will continue. And of course, they should expect the level of protestation in this country when this government say now, the first 1 year, they should expect it because Liberians will take the street if their expectation is being thwarted by the government as the government that is about to take over from the outgoing president. So by election, is on the hand, protest by on the hand, and that participating we can see it because that marriage went to the window, that marriage there for winning purpose, not a general marriage went to say we'll collaborate with me together. No, they just want to just put that strength together in winning because the United Party feel like Unima country is a very rich country. They can pair with the party, the most popular party there to get the number, and that's what they did. But to say that we meet together forever, people like Steve, you're not about 100%. Then leave it at all I got to say to you.
All right, let's go to Saros before we go to Brazilian Monk. Brazilian Monk is here. Those guys are in Liberia. So yes, Saros, you have anything to say before you go to the line in Liberia?
Yeah, so just because of time, I would just yes, like I said previously, it's just a 0-1 in new battle, and we expect more of these things, especially when it comes to the justice system. I just said it here. The new government want to control the 3 branches of government. There will be no balance and equation in governance. Automatically, once the guy take over the justice system, the thing is, Yoruba, the senator of Nimakande, doesn't want a one economic ground code, which were promised by the president-elect that they were going to implement these things. They do not want these things to come, and I'll tell you this for free. They might think Yeke to be the most crazy man of the city, words about Honorable Yeke, District 10 lawmaker, but I will tell you, the Liberian people are gravitating to Yeke information. And one of the things I will tell you, Yeke is very consistent in what he says. And Yeke knows exactly what he's saying to the Liberian people. So as for the government that are about to take seat, they should tighten their belt because they will definitely be judged by the Liberian people. And these are the people who put them in power to do the right thing. So I see no balance in governance in the new government where the like the trend they're taking now. I see no balance. So I mean, like, this is where we are, and I'm sorry for Liberia, and this is what the people ask for. So this is where we are. So yes.
So yeah, thank you so much. Brazilian Monk.
So let me just
okay, go ahead before Monk comes in.
Yeah, so let me just tap to what Sarah said, right? Representative Yega Kolova said this during the campaign period that Ambassador Bwaga being his uncle, if he's elected, and of course, his government failed to proceed the right way, he's going to stand on their back, he's going to be on their back. So, and he has started the process already. The president haven't been inaugurated, what we've seen in action. So, that tell us as Liberians that when Ambassador Bwaga is soon into office, more of them will come. And of course, Yega going to stay in ground for the Liberian people.
Thank you. Let's go to Brazilian Monk, and then we'll go to Mayborn in Liberia.
What's up, guys? Man, I think you guys said it all. It's nothing screenshot. You know, I learned something from my late dad growing up. He told me, he said, there are 2 possible ways you can learn in life. You can learn from observation and you can learn from experiment. The reason you want to learn from observation is there are some experiences or experiment you will take to the grave because you won't be able to recover from that mistake. But you could watch other people keenly and avoid making the same mistake that other people made before you. So the best way to learn is to observe, not always to take an experiment. You know, we told these people there were not a better option, that it doesn't make any logical sense for you to replace the Unity Party with CDC. And unfortunately, the elections are over. We got 6 years to go. Because if you look at the whole Yeke Koluba situation, it's just common sense. It tells you the intent. When you want to understand human being action, study their intent. Because there are reasons people do things. And the older you get, you want to watch what people do rather than what people say. If a guy like Yeke Koluba, who has been consistent over the years, is going against this president-elect, and this president-elect is already showing signs that he's going to do the complete opposite, then tell me what is what. Like I said, this brand that Joseph Bwaga accorded for himself, that he's a Mr. Credibility, he got clean, it's a lie, it's a farce. It was never the truth. He's an institutional kind of a player, and guy like Yeke Koluba doesn't fit that mold. He's a deviant, he's a non-conformist. He does not go to say, okay, because you and myself on the same team, I will sit down there and allow the worst thing to happen. That's who Yeke is. And Steve said it right. The difference between Unity Party and CDC is you have sophisticated criminals in Unity Party than CDC. CDC came with a bunch of amateur, and Unity Party ran the show for 12 consecutive years. So they know the inside and outside of government. They can use a lot of parliamentary rules to get rid of Yeke. They can be able to craft something against Yeke that CDC couldn't accomplish. So, but one thing I know, like Sekou said, going against Yeke will make Joseph Boakai to be the most unpopular president in the quickest time possible. So they're doing it at their own power. Because Yeke will govern as a coalition. People know what he's standing for. And he has proven. Look, we saw this thing happening and we told people, you know, most people in Liberia choose to make decisions based on emotion than logic. That's why giving our electoral process a very tough time and we can get better leaders. Because people choose not to think. They love to take action before thinking rather than thinking before taking action. That is why we keep going on this hamster wheel and not making progress as a country. When you tell them something, we agree. Look, one case in point, I keep telling people it was the CPP. The dissolution of the CPP, it brought Joseph Boakai leadership and credibility into question. It was the first time Liberian people had a chance to see who Joseph Boakai really was. Joseph Boakai was the chief architect behind the destruction of the CPP. The second thing we saw before the election when Cummins came out with those 12 points, where those 12 points were all about? All about making the country better, electoral reform, balance of power, women empowerment. What happened? He never signed up to that. So if you get Joseph Boakai telling you that he doesn't want to receive any written communication from the office of Yeke Koluba, it just tells you that he's going to be worse off. So for the next 6 years, you know, by the time the team comes to an end, you have wasted 24 years of your life just oscillating between CDC and Unity Party. So for us, we will keep saying it as it is. We never expected anything different, and you won't get anything better. You make the choice. That's the beauty of democracy. You live by the consequences of your decision. Joseph Boakai is already president, and he's already signaling to you that he's not who you think he is, and he's going to show you the real Joseph Boakai now that he's in charge. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hold it right there for now.
And I want to say thank you so much, Brazilian Monk. I also want to say a big thank you to Jeremiah Kule, who is streaming this, who is sharing this live on the loudspeaker.
That's a broad screen of Sano County, Mississippi Street.
Of Sano County.
Yeah.
So,
Wonderful.
Mississippi Street, Greenville, Sano County. This is not the first time he actually been sharing our platform and being putting on loudspeaker, wherein people in Greenville can come and listen to SKTV. So all of you that are there listening to us, we want to say thank you for continuing to follow SKTV. We really appreciate it. So Melbourne, just 30 seconds each. Let's take a few calls in Liberia. Let's hear from people.
Yes, indeed. So let me say thank to Jeremiah Kole also for that brilliant job. And 0778-339-682, that's the number to call. Again, 0778-339-682. Call in now to be part of the show on tonight, the SKTV, and we are discussing wide range of issues pertaining to Mama Liberia. So indeed, call in to be part to the first caller. Good evening. Hello? Okay, so let me tell you, Emmanuel Sano. Emmanuel Sano, good evening.
We're not hearing that person clearly. Far away. Okay, better.
All right, I suppose but you get called about 100% according to him. So any kind of protest, maybe anything that you get called about put his hands into, he'll be part of it. So this caller, good evening. Yeah, my go ahead, Chief.
Happy New Year to you all.
Yeah, go ahead, boss. Happy New Year too.
Yeah, I'm Secretary General of the United Party of the Response Bureau Policy Forum. This is number 2, Jacob Time, the president.
Go ahead, boss. Tell us a go.
Oh, before you finish with the capital, the 30 second finish.
All right. You know, the party will never respond to Yaga Koruba, and that's, in fact, that was just proven today. So today's caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead, quickly, no time.
Thank you. There's a part of where I'm from, and I joined this conversation from the SKTV. I appreciate all of it. But you see, last time we wanted to be real. You put your advice out there that we should need vote unity party, and that which we did to vote unity party. But we are not that crying. Why are crying more than all your people who have problem are also from we support that we express it for ourselves. And you have to cry more than all. Until the information you provide, we will hold it on fire to see the fact information you provide. Whether we're not going to return to that blood unity party now looking for bad president for Jeremiah until we get.
All right, thank you so much. That time has passed already, and the man is not president. So let me see Pascal David. Oh, I try to get to Pascal David. Pascal David, good evening. Quickly, no time.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. Yes, sir. You know, Renee, the other guy said, what would try when they believe?
No, maybe the country will not for one person.
Yeah.
It is all of us that try more than ever. We all that believe. If Yeke who stood for you yesterday is being mocked, is being dragged, is being watched months and 5 months by you guys, then you say, well, it is all of us that believe. Look, this is, unless where your guest said, that people make decisions not on logic or on kids. You heard him make that kind of reckless statement. But let me let you guys know. And I tend to tell Yaga in this country, some of us are already in the shoes of Yaga. And I tell by any of you to tell Yaga in this country, you guys would really know who Liberians are.
All right, any attempt to tell Honorable Yaka Koruba, you guys will know the color of Liberia. Yeah, it's not easy to this caller. I think the caller will be our last caller, then we'll cross over to the panelists because of time. Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Section Williamson. I'm calling from the Tobacco community.
Okay.
Yeah, something I really want to ask this station. Why is it just difficult to be factual in everything that you say?
How?
Everything about your composition is not true.
How?
Nobody behind it. No, like, they can see the worst thing you want to say here for the Unity Party government. Because we know that even you people just to
Are you speaking for another party? Are you speaking for the party? Because these are news that are fluttering around. Why are you talking like, in fact, you're not in the country?
I'm in the country, I'm in Liberia. I was on the Unity Party.
Well, ask him whether he followed Yeke Koruba press conference.
So what were you to that one? Hello? Yes. So what were you to that one when Yeke Koruba was having his press conference? Okay, but then that's it. So we have to discuss it. I know sometime, man. So Steve Seku, we got to go. No time.
I don't maybe we can get frustrated sometimes. Some of these people.
Yeah, because the way our people can behave.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, that's who they are. That's who we are. And we have to deal with this. That's our country. And we got to deal with everybody. So sometimes they will come here, you know, they will praise you, they will praise me. They are happy because you say some good things about them. And when they are at the receiving end of some negativity, some of these are self-inflicted, you know. So whatever that's going on right now within the Unity Party, the worst is yet to come. Or the worst is yet to be unveiled. It's happening behind the scenes. You don't know. We know. The fight is real. And it's going to be very, very, very serious at some point. But again, we don't have enough time again on the radio. I want to say thank you to Mabon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And to all the guys there. You know, my regards
I
to
hope that tomorrow, in fact, we're going to start.
you know what we're going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
At least we got about 30 minutes left on the radio. We'll start taking calls. So at least we can take some calls and still have a conversation after that while we stay on the radio.
All right. So good night to all of you. Good night to Virginia Monk, Cyrus Mane, Abraham. I feel you got to talk to your station so that
you got to tell Abraham to pay fine. Abraham kind of got want to move right now. I didn't tell you. I will tell you after the show.
Okay, I know. All right. Good night. Good night.
I will tell all of you.
All right. So that's good. Good night.
Yeah, so Cyrus is still here. Melbourne is gone. Brazilian monk is the Brazilian monk, my man. So we're talking about Yake. We talk about Yake extensively. We will try to bring Yake, the representative, on here very soon. We already started the communication. If possible, we'll bring Yeke on here. But what is your take for the fact that Senator Prince Johnson is on the search, on the hunt for people to be serving insecurity apparatus, specifically high-profile security apparatus, talking about the Ministry of Justice and the National Security Agency. Even though we are not surprised, but do you think Joseph Boakai will succumb to this, or this will be a turning point wherein things will start to fall apart?
Well, I said it on the show on countless occasions that one of the two will have to throw the other president on the bus. For Prince Johnson, his goal is always simple. It's always about protection. He understands how the law works. He's a sitting lawmaker. He's a senator from the second largest vote-rich county in the entire country. He got his supporters. He believed that when you hold strategic position, most especially how the laws would be when it comes to war crimes, he understands the bureaucracy as to how, if there is a possibility of him being arrested. So he will want to put in place people that he thinks will give him some level of protection. He's talking about the Justice Ministry. He knows it will have to come through the House as well. I mean, from the legislature as well. So he knows that. So I don't know if Joseph Boakai will say that. You know, there is a trade-off between the Joseph Boakai and Prince Johnson relationship. I don't know. I said it on the show. If Joseph Boakai will allow his presidency to go down the drain in an attempt to protect Prince Johnson, or he would take an economic incentive or package to do the right thing about the promises that he made on the campaign trail, that he want to bring war and economic crime code, about justice and giving the Liberian people justice. So we'll see. It's too early to preempt on a particular subject matter, but you can tell that, you know, Prince Johnson, the Yeke about always thinking ahead, always thinking military thing. Military people are always strategic and they're always one step ahead of everybody. He knows exactly what he's doing. That's why he's looking for people in this kind of a sensitive position, knowing fully well that the steps that you need to take in order for you to implement something like a war and economic crime code. So for Prince Johnson, his objective and the motives are always the same. Protection, protection, protection. And we will see if Joseph Boakai will play to that beat, or if he will do the opposite and prove some of us wrong. I always say on the show, I always want for Joseph Boakai to prove me wrong. So I will always be on the opposite of what people expect of Joseph Boakai. And I love to be proven wrong, because being proven wrong is a learning process by itself. So I'm not afraid to be wrong. I love to be wrong.
So Abraham is about to leave us, but Abraham, before you go though, the fact that Senator Prince Johnson is making these calls and also directing or instructing the vice president to do a follow-up to solidify whatever he said. What does that mean? I mean, is this going to be like a Prince Johnson cutting the shaft for the vice presidency, or even the presidency for that matter?
All right. So, Mr. Kane, you know, in a short way, someone will tell you that the entire vice presidency was surrounded, by Senator Prince Johnson. That negotiation was done by him, bringing Senator Kuhn on board, all the kind of things. So it will show the Liberian people that yes, it's almost like an MDR government, not a unity party government.
All right.
So that's why we say Liberians for self, or we now as citizens residing here, we need to stand against somebody, because you will not get one block just bringing people, bringing people in the vice president, just confirm it there, reactivating the core. And that's why Sarah said the three branches of government they won't get the three branches of government. You won't get the control over the executive management, control over the House of Senate, control over the representative. They want to make kind of confront on our behalf, they'll just push all of them, they'll just go. So these are things Liberians are frowning on now, and on Cordova is standing firm in terms of these things out. So for me, in my mind, Senator Johnson is just a senator of a county, so he should not play a role like to say he's a vice president or he get key role to play in this entire government or setting all the government of the new president, President Boaga, the president-elect Ambassador Boaga. So it should not act like it was he that hold somebody hand and say, I'm carrying to make you president or I'm carrying to do this. So let him remain silent as a senator being elected, and of course allow the president and the vice president to run their affairs. Clearly, we are watching that. Liberians in the diaspora are watching. We in the country are also watching. That's why I said the issue of protest in this country, the first 1 year, Mr. Khan, I can tell you, the first 1 year, after the first 1 year, with the expectation Liberian had for this new government, if all the 93 promises that were made by Ambassador Boaga is not being fulfilled, the protests in this country are going to remain very, very, very much from the young people. So, and as such, the Unity Party partisans and the Unity Party partisans and the leaders or hierarchy within the Unity Party and that of the MDR, they need to understand themselves in terms of running this country while we are wait January when they take office. They need to take control of this entire thing and settle down at home, settle your horsepower before coming outside, because if your horsepower is being brought outside to the street, then I mean they will handle it the way they so will handle it, Chief. Thank you so much. And of course, we hope to have more of this conversation. Yeah, we hope to have more.
We'll see you tomorrow on the show. So I think Sarah's is still there, but Sarah's light is completely off. Sarah,
Yeah,
if you don't, if you want to leave, that's fine. But you want to stay here, that's okay.
Elise, go.
Yeah. So yeah, to you, same question. So do you think the Unity Party people will go ahead and defend this again? Instead of saying, "Oh, no, we can't do this. They shouldn't be doing this," or they will just go and defend it again and say, "We agree." Are they going to defend Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kung call to be soliciting, people for those positions, or they're going to say, no, they should wait for the president to do those calls, or they're going to say, well, we agree. Let people do whatever they want to do.
Mr. Khan and the people are all agreed. See, we are not trying to be biased here, but the reality of the fact is the people are not even giving themselves chance to, at least, if people, they have a say, they say the word nonsense, try to take the no out of the sense. But Unity Party is not even giving an inch to even have a critical thinking or critical thoughts on whatever anyone says. At this point, they are blinded. So with the whole thing is something that they're going to defend. It's not even a question. Because I will tell you this for free. Today I was at the grounds of the legislature that which we've been there recently. And we have a lot of folks from the Unity Party. As a matter of fact, they've carried on some renovation at the grounds of the legislature for the inauguration. They're trying to clean up the place and do some setting up for January 22nd. And a lot of the folks from the Unity Party label the District 10 lawmaker because he's speaking things that he understands and he knows exactly what he's saying. Even though we cannot allude to the fact that all of what he's saying is true, but we know that Honorable Yake do not come out to say things when he knows that it's not true. We all bear witness to the Honorable Yake District 10 lawmaker. He spoke vigorously against the outgoing government for 10 years. And most of these things he said are things that came to reality. And the Liberian people, it was because of this reason the Liberian people re-elected him. People came from different places, far and near, different counties, districts, pulled into District 10 to vote for Honorable Yake because he's too firm, he was very consistent, persistent, he persevered on speaking the truth. He did not bend from the truth. And he started on this particular trend. And this man, he knows exactly what he says. And when it comes to the Unity Party folks, I will tell you they are blinded. They are blinded Mr. Conlon, the people will defend. This is something they already started. Like I said today at the grounds of the Capitol building, the people were, they label Honorable Yake as the worst. And we listen to them. So the people, they blinded. At this point, they believed that anything that is done by the president-elect is something that to be done is the right thing. So this is not a question. But the Liberian people will get to understand when the government takes seat, when the government start to do the opposite, complete opposite, even though they're doing it in the blinded, but their eyes will open. Like we always say, the Liberian people learn it how with Mr. Cannon. So this is something that our people not going to come out. They will defend it. They think that's something that will come be here. You never will defend it, Mr. Cannon. The people are born to defend, and they meant to defend. And this is something that they stand up for. They're not going to relent anytime soon.
Thank you so much. So every time Facebook can also remind us of our most engaged followers, but then Facebook can always give points. I don't know what that points mean for them. Maybe they don't want to see it, but I just like to sometimes can just share it with the public. But this time around, I just want to take this time to somehow read some of the names, the most engaged followers of SKTV, people that engage SKTV for the most part, more than everybody else. We can have thousands of people watching. Sometime after the show, you will see tens of thousands. But for Facebook to select certain people as the most engaged fans and followers of our platform, we have to recognize them while we on the show sometimes. We have Ruth Robert Pemba. We have Fipi Flomo, David G. Johnson, Miata Stella Herring, Vamadi Donzo, Trekon Moore, Margaret Johnson, Yvette Seifers, Rose Robert, Richard Smode, Howard Sangari, my wife too, Orita Zina, Sandy Aniston, Asatat Dosen, Felicia Yomi, James David, Agnes Barkley, Ty Gibson, Riverses Pro, Gwen Johnson Smith, Robert Brown Cooper, Roberto Brown Cooper, Maurice E. Smith, Catherine Cato, Mo Wemon, Harrison Yedu, Myro Dennis, Ellen Bahi, Mercy Sifers, Esther Jala, the other person, Liberian historian, Musu Morris Cassell, Solomon Nye, Amos Dolu, Emad, Linda, Brilla Warrant, Muna Pega, Patricia Brown, Jay Young, Cooper Williams, Julius Siki, Jimmy Doe, Hassan Bility, Ali Sako, Matilda Stephens, Madeline Menyoga, Lai Fufana, Toba Kwe, Ansu James, Yvonne Eo, Evelyn Collins, Eliza Broswell, Gribble Girl, Ton O'Clowan, Kula Kiazulu, Oliver Obambi. I'm sorry if I mutilate your name. Sometimes I can be bad in calling people name. Dixon Nyai, Henry Weni, Aloysius Kranga, Wilhelmina Yinkan, Nancy Ruth Anderson, Ora Kennedy, Paul Jala, Catherine Amos, Lasana V. Kamara, Roger Gibson, Ali Aisha Donzo, Amos Cooper, Margaret Kuhn, Bai V. Roberts, Alice Shaka, Orita Nangbe, Aaron Saki, Joko Water, Moncori Janet Hammond, Sekou B. Kone, Priscilla. The list going on. I tell you. They were, where you need, I tell you, I call all the tap. The list continues. The list.
Those are the most engaged.
Yeah, those are the most engaged people.
Those are the stakeholders.
Yeah, but each board, the one they're not stakeholders. When you ask them right now, you will say they are not sustainable stakeholders. If they are not making the cash out in themselves. Periodically, so they will not be stakeholders each board. For me, those are the most important stakeholders. People that are engaged SKTV and they are always here. Facebook, the one that recognizing them. I'm not the one that don't. I don't even know how people go about it. Some names I'm calling, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, I know some of them personally.
Yeah, Facebook is saying that they are the most engaged people.
The most engaged.
Yeah.
The most followed, the loyalists. Those are the real stakeholders in my view. I mean, anything to sustain the show is secondary.
They should be the real stakeholder, but Steve, I don't know.
Steve is business.
How can Facebook not call Eugenia name? Because it's now being around 2024, right?
Yeah.
Used to be one of the most,
yes,
follow. I don't know what's going on with that. Facebook, Facebook will question Facebook report. Man.
Yeah, myself, I will question Facebook because
Eugenia is a stakeholder. Even Steve know that.
Yeah,
Steve knows that. Steve knows that. And even I didn't even hear Breakable Power name. Breakable Power.
Yeah, Breakable Power. I expected his name to be on that list. I mean, you gotta go further down. You gotta go deep in the rabbit hole, man.
You see that name Facebook and laugh.
Facebook, I think what they're doing, they just running an algorithm and they can just pick randomly. They say, okay, let me get local. Because if Breakable Power is not on that list, I don't know.
Breakable Power not on that list. Then what kind of thing is that? Breakable Power is not there. Then hold on one second, man. I disagree with this list, man. But they still have some people that, but there may be some people that we haven't called them. Let me call the rest of the list so I can get me in trouble. Say we're going to be leaving very soon. Then we'll go back to where did I stop? I start to Ima Pega. Did I read that? No, okay. Sekou B. Kone, they were stopped. Sekou B. Kone, Priscilla Kai, Say Jacobs, Ima Pega, Annie Hoto, Chasita Boyce, Asata M. Miller, Go Blazo, Regina Wilson, Solar A+, Moiba Kone, William G. Gerd, Jerome Say, Trawale Musa, and Abose Lawrence Smith, Frederick Colley, Prince M. Tengbe, Winter M. Clark, Mazu Kroma, Musa Sharif, Lydia Kofa, Daniel Dennis, Emmanuel, that's our own boy here. Emmanuel, oh no, that's not him. Emmanuel Marvelous Thomas, Winfrey Peter, Teresa Pajibo, Trawayon Jabba, that's a boy from all the way to Switzerland or Sweden somewhere. Momo Swa, Janet Yalote, Mohammed S. Kenneth. Breakable Power, don't break my phone. Call it. Breakable Power, let me finish reading the name, man. Maybe your new account. You know what? No. I'm not going to make out any name. I'll just call the one that I'm seeing. And Samson Kume, and Fali Kroma, Moses Momolu, Dorothy Savi, Flemon Sharif, Rufus Nash Kali, Gamma Bro, Darius Labla, I'm sorry. Obento Cooper, Abigail Bounds, Maureen Wallow, Mervyn Lewis, Polly Domia, Tolu, Ramsey Bell, Jeff Doe, Abu Fufana, Joseph Benda, Ambassador Ayuba Ali, Fred Sewi, and hello? Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I'm at Brokeable Power. I'm calling the people need. You want me give me a chance? Because you need a call.
The man is calling for you to add me on the list.
The man say you want to protest.
The man wants
the man be calling me. Stop
yeah,
me.
the man want you to add on the list manually.
Oh! I'm sorry, my man, but not you. They're not me. Maybe, I don't know why Facebook. I don't know why you and maybe the 2024, maybe the 2024 lazy because 2023, you even Joshua and even they my picking give me hard away in this Prince Massacre, you know, brother Steve, all the boy that I ain't see my top brother name. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, man. Oh, don't protest, my man. So you know what? We'll stop the name calling for today. We'll continue tomorrow.
Brokeable Power believe that you the one came out with that list in that Facebook. Why you
Brokeable Power, my man. So you want me to add your to the list by force? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, but this is bad.
Shit.
But honestly speaking, we'll call the people name on the radio too, so the people will know that who are making SKTV for what it is. But not all the people then that have been actually supporting SKTV and being called here. Some of them, they support SKTV behind the scene, they support SKTV in the back, they support SKTV financially. But people then that come here and engage more, like be writing, writing stuff, sharing, writing stuff, writing, engaging other people. I don't even know how, Facebook coming up with this, but
No, I know why Facebook never have Brokeable Power on that list. Facebook believe that they are dummy accounts, especially looking at the name. They got a pattern, they got a bot that can scan all this stuff in the algorithm and be able, because that name Brokeable Power, it doesn't sound like a regular person name. So maybe that could be a reason.
Maybe because that could be right. Because one time I remember my boy Prophet Key wanted to leave a voicemail, on a voice recording for Facebook to record and say, hey, we say Naya Bakwa.
You won't recognize that. That Brokeable Power.
Recognize it.
Yeah. That's why
they Naya Bakwa. I don't know. Ochana born equal.
Yeah, or Chiran.
Ochana born equal. When men say over Facebook, then men less Facebook. Man, come on.
Yeah.
But we say, how come the people not recognize his name? Because Meko is a Naya Bakwa.
Yeah.
Naya Bakwa. When men say, hey, when you record the thing on a live show, when you record the thing, Facebook, Siri now recognize that name. Siri try to repeat it in a different way. Say, no, they don't recognize the name. The men say, you can recognize the name, because they don't start cussing your man. And call Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is jealous of him. Prophet Key said Mark Zuckerberg jealous of him. So first, we gotta leave it there for today. I think we got 7 more minutes actually. Let's do the 2 hours and then we got it. So Prophet Key stopped me. Love Flowers, Vamadou M. Sharif, Hawa Tutai, Yetta Brenot, Fred Smith, and Varial Goshua, Musu Koto Molba, Jemima Pierre, Hassan O. James, Augustine Bauman, Tina Cooper, Mohammed Keita, Atigi Jallo, Emmanuel Zhao Dropin, Mawata Mohammed Sanyo, Valige Bien, Musa Kamara, Ezekiel Robert, Goodluck Patrick Lama, Eric Samuel, Emmanuel Haggins, Peter Bala, Marie Flang, Prince M. Thomas, Esther Dix, Orita F. Yapa, Franco Siste, George Yapa, Peter Dolo, Emmanuel T. Johnson, Elizabeth Bowen, Felix Muna, Aaron Deserve Favor. How can you get other people than you can get broken power? Oliver Balima, Jeremiah Young, Pumba Toure, Aliu V.M. Kroma, Ernest Logan, profiling Liberia. You get all that one, you don't get, broken power. That's wrong. Profiling Liberia, Blessing Nush Wright, James Nyimpang, James Semi, Gaia Reed, oh, that's my boy from here. Gaia Reed, Vamuya Donzo, Doris Cooper, Dauda Logan, Innocent Babe, Abu Bakar Kamara, Aaron B. Passaway, Prince Edwin Code, V. Kroma, Mataline Gono, Josephine Dix Doe, Oliver Pay, George David, and finally Emmanuel Nakula Mafeli. That's the last name. I try, man. I've read all the names that I could see on here. Can you see it? Plenty, man. I try. So if you didn't hear a name, yeah, you need to engage more. That's all you need to do. Engage us more. Engage SKTV more. It's not about actually, but we will also find a time to recognize people, even though most of them that be spending money on SKTV, like, $50, $100 here and there. They've been telling us, don't call my name. They've been telling us that no name. But at least people that have engaged SKTV more, those are the names that, Facebook is recognizing. But we always recognize you guys when you come on here, unless those who don't write, who don't say anything, who don't see it. But every time you come here, even say hi to us, we want to take the time at least to recognize you. It's important. To be honest, it's very, very important. To me, it's important. If I'm going somewhere, especially one of the popular platforms that you are committed to watching every time, and then names are coming up, then your name is not mentioned, some people don't like that. But I will urge all of us, when you come here, sometimes if you don't say a lot, just say hi to us. So that way we recognize you, we'll see you. We'll see you at least to tell you thank you for being a part of the SKTV family. You guys are the best. Without you guys, will not be here. To be honest. You see, I'm here and I'm moving. See me sitting here. I'm a 1 year because here. I'm a 1 year. But I had to make sure I got internet here to do the show today. Because I know you guys expect us to come on almost like every day. We promise. We promise during the election that we want to be here every day. So after the election, we are stuck. If we don't go on the show by 1 or 2 days, people complain. The only thing I got to ask all of you right now before you leave, if you haven't sent us anything for the internet thing for the Mapude and La brother, a few people send us small thing here and there, $30, $40, and $25. So if you haven't done so, help us with that. But I'm not going to push people a lot. Some people are committed to only making their contributions on Friday. I don't know that tomorrow Friday or day after tomorrow Friday. I can always get the day wrong. Let me see today. Today is Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. So if you haven't, donated or contributed to the what do you call it thing, to the data thing, please, tomorrow we expect you to help us help our guys back home. Yeah. So, Saros from Liberia and Brazilian monk, unless you guys want us to, be here for a few more seconds, but you guys can go ahead and close.
Man, my parting comment for today is very simple. If you are the ordinary voter who think that Yeke is doing the worst thing, it just means you are anti-Liberia and you don't have any plan of seeing Liberia do better moving forward. Because all Yeke is doing, he's doing the right thing, and he has proven to over time Yeke will be vindicated. I keep telling folks, maybe they don't like his presentation or how he said things, but at the end of the day, he's always saying the truth. It has been tested and proven time and time from the days of George Weah to now. So for you guys who believe that Yeke is not going with the flow because he's going against people that he's supposed to be on the same team with, you are only causing problem for yourself. And if you are a government official or the people that are supposed to come and rescue the country, if you're against Yeke, it means you are only telling others you're going to be the more of a criminal than people that left the Weah administration. Because Yeke, where he said, where is the balance of power? The reason you want balance of power in the government so the president cannot have a clean slate, you want to keep them in check so they can run roughshod over you. How can you be against such an idea?
Yeah.
I tell people, I say sometimes democracy is not good for Africa because we don't even understand the kind of a governance system we even practice. They may be talking about the code of conduct. He's talking about good governance, that when you're elected official, you come into power, you want to stay away from bribery and business people coming to, because I want to call pay to play. People use money to influence your policy. They want strategic advantage in business, whether it's a liberalization policy. So how can you be against Yeke Koluba? Then it means something must be wrong with you fundamentally. But anyway, that's it for today, and we will do it another day. I hope I'm here around tomorrow, hopefully, to do it.
Yeah, man. I hope everything, going well over there, man. We have you guys in our prayer, and hopefully everything will be good very soon. Yeah, so Saros, are you there from Liberia?
Yes, I am here. Yes.
Any parting comment? Because before you go though, there are a few names that I believe and I know them. They're always here. I don't know why Facebook didn't recognize them, but I just want to take this time they are here. Alexander Boniface Emmanuel, he always here. Joshua, same way, he always here. Nora Hopes, Yvette Cephas, Mariswa Amara, Abraham Sanyoku. Can you imagine that man call all the time? But he doesn't write a lot, but he always, call and contribute. I didn't hear his name. But the thing about it, honestly speaking, I was not surprised when I saw Ruth Robert Penga being the first on the list. I was not surprised about that. But I was surprised I didn't see certain names, to be honest. Yeah, and then Annabelle, Annabelle Carter. Yeah, my brother knew Adele. Jiba Trawayon Jiba, he and I would be on the show here when we used to do it on the phone. But I from Norway or Sweden, I forgot where he's from. Yeah, Jiba Trawayon. Yeah, Jiba Telewayon. Yeah, so yes, Felicia's Johnson, thank you all of you for supporting SKTV. We love you guys, and we'll be here tomorrow. So, Cyrus, go ahead and close. We can get out of here.
Yes, so let me say thank you to the people of SKTV, to all our supporters. We want to say thank you. Continue to follow SKTV and support SKTV in the best way possible, because we are here to bring you the hard facts, information, dissemination, and the right one. Because Liberia is all we have. We can't sit back and allow our country go down the drain. And Mr. Cullen, in addendum to what President Monk closed on, the saddest thing about society is the society is not conscious, it's this gullible, that people do not read between the lines, people do not see the reality until it hit them individually. Like Brent Miller for Sunny, when it not happening to them, personally they believe that they know that thing is not important. They can say it's not that important. It's not important to a Liberian when it's not happening to them, when they are not feeling it individually. But I can tell you for a fact, the very Liberians who are calling Yeke the worst of names will be the very Liberian who will heal Yeke. And the game has just started. I'll tell you, there are a lot of people who will join Yeke. the lack of Costa. The very Costa who is being hated today. Costa will bounce back at the expense of the Unity Party future. That I will tell you. People don't have to like what I'm saying, but it's the reality. And because why people at Costa will be healed is because the society is not conscious, it's gullible. So they allow more of the people, they will come out. Mr. Collins, so Yeka is just a prelude to this because I will tell you the people are vindictive, they are arrogant, and you see no sign of change. That is to tell you the people feel so entitled, they believe that the president has to be criticized. And most of the strategic positions, especially when it comes to security aspect, is not too busy with the senator from Nima Kante. Prince Johnson, one, he doesn't want to be prosecuted. He doesn't want to work on code of account. And two, because he want to use the security apparatus to come against critical voices and strong critics of the, especially in the media space, that will criticize the government. So these are things that we do expect, and we all, for me, all I want is I want a better country for Liberia because we're not getting young, especially some of us who live in Liberia with so much potential, but there's no enabling environment. So we do want a better country, but with the kind of people we see come around the leadership, old wine in new bottle, Mr. Kane, I don't foresee anything better, but we hope for the best. But let me say thank you again to our SKTV follow-up. And don't support SKTV because SKTV is here to stay.
Thank you, Saros. And as always, so I want to say thank you to everybody. We were here and we'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully you share the show every day and you also support SKTV. The first line of support is to be here, to share the show with your friends, followers, in your group, on the page that you follow. That's the first line of support. Second, financial support. Support us every time, anything you have. Nothing big, nothing small. We appreciate everything. You don't know what I go through personally. I can be on the show, people can be, texting me, no data. We can be on the show here, you can see my guys going live, following different things going on. We want to make sure we bring you all the information to the best of our ability. But it's not free, trust me. You may get it free, but we are not getting it free because internet is a big challenge in Liberia. People got to even reserve. People got to reserve their data. Sometimes they can't even measure it as to how long they want to be on the show, just to keep some for tomorrow. The people are not like they don't want to work, but the job is not there. They're not lazy, but they don't have the job. That's why we said we want to see a government that will actually invest in private sector. Private sectors that will provide job for young people. Able-bodied men, see them begging for something. They're not supposed to do that, but the job is not there. But our people will learn the hard way. We'll learn the hard way. We will play our part. We'll continue to educate. We'll continue to provide you the needed information. Even some information that you don't want to hear. As long as it's available to us, we'll definitely bring it to you. So I want to say thank you. So while we were talking and I saw somebody send $30, but the person said no name again. We appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see all of you tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow, that's the day that we all agree that it should be the day for contributing to SKTV. And don't forget, this week is going to be the last week of us asking people to volunteer on the team to raise funds for our radio project. We are not forgetting, not because we own Truth FM, but we are forgetting about the project. That's the most important project that we're going to ever undertake because it brings independence. It brings, a lot of leverage to us and to you. See, sometimes we can be on the show. The show is not over, but our time expires, on the radio. So we got to let it go. So it's important that you volunteer to be a part of that team. We're going to do the fundraiser for the radio project very soon. And the fundraiser we're going to do for the radio project, the reason why I'm asking for a lot of volunteers, I want you people to handle everything. Our regular thing we do here for data, for this, for that, small change, and that one is different. But I want you people to take care of that so that we set a benchmark, we make sure we get it. Even last week, somebody called me when we made it. We made an announcement. Somebody called me that they have what do you call the thing? Transmitter. Even though the one we want, that's not what they have. But somebody bought a brand new transmitter. They wanted to do a radio project in Liberia, but they didn't do it. They fell short. That transmitter is there. They said they want to sell it to us for $5,000. That one is like 2.5K. That can go maybe around 5 counties if it's installed well by the person. And the person is also a technician, So a lot going on. We have a lot to do. But our hands are short right now. So we got to do that fundraiser as soon as possible. While we own Truth FM, we still have to do something for ourselves. So that way, at least before 6 months or maybe before the end of this year, let's have the radio on. It's possible. A lot of people been reaching out to us, reaching to us for the network, work for them, work with them, connect to the radio station, this and that. But we really want our own. That is the best thing. If they can do it, why not us? So it's important. I want you people to volunteer, be a part. Let's do this together. Let's have our team. So we'll have a meeting, then we'll decide how we're going to go about fundraiser. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to open an account under SKTV name because we have the legal document in America as well as Liberia. We are legal in America. We have our own LLC. So we're going to open a bank account under SKTV name. And we'll make sure we raise that money. So we'll do our best. I want to say thank you to all of you. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you all, and thank you guys for all the support. I don't know whether you moved through Krangout name was called. I didn't see her name, and she's always here. She's one of the most engaged people. Hey, Facebook, yeah, we got to join Breakable Power to file protest. Because some of my BB people there, I didn't hear it. Yeah, we can discuss. That's why when you're going, that's why all of you guys have to volunteer to be part of the fundraiser team so we can have a conversation. We have a meeting. We're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna have a strategic section where everybody will come up with a suggestion, input, so we can, pull one or two together and come up with a solution. I'm not in this just for me. I'm in this for Liberia. If this was for me, but just me, to be honest, but now I'm not doing it anymore. You know what it means? Spending all those years, that only this end of 2023, we started asking people to help. I've been doing everything by myself. From pocket, you know what I mean? So it's a lot. The challenge is huge. That's why you see many talk shows, they start, they can't end, they can't go anywhere. It comes with a lot of challenges. Believe me. So let's have a conversation. Let everybody, volunteer to be a part of the fundraiser team, because we're not going to just bring anybody there, just anybody. No. In as much as we want the money, but we don't want anybody there. Just anybody know. We need credible people. We need reputable people. We need responsible people. So we can have a conversation, have a meeting. You can bring up your suggestion. Whatever works. You know, I'm in it for Liberia and for all of us. If they're good, it'll be good for us. The fact that we took the initiative to start this thing, one man can start something, but one man can finish it. When you hear America here, America is big. When you hear corporate America, they're not one person doing it. People put their head together, they put their hand together, they put everything together. You hear one name, but that's not it. A lot of people behind the scene doing it. And they all benefit. So we are open to having a conversation. So please, let all of you guys, volunteer to be on there. So let's have a meeting, whether we can do on Zoom, whether we can do on a teleconference. Let's do something. So you can bring up your suggestion, all the good things. And who knows? You never know. So we can do it together. It's important we do it. We got a lot of important people, man. We got a lot of intelligent people on this platform. I know them. I know some of you. You may think I don't know you, but I know a lot of people. I know a lot of you. I know you are very much responsible and hardworking people. So we can do this together. Thank you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.